how to 3x your coaching business in 90 days. The entire ecosystem I'm now going to show you took us over a year to implement with Skool Cycling, our own business. We're doing over 100k months right now consistently, and we are the biggest cycling club in the world focused on longevity. And what I'm going to walk you now through, you can basically implement in 90 days. So if I would have already known what I know now back then when partnering up with Scott and starting Skool Cycling from scratch, I could actually have done it in 3 to 4 months. So that's why I want to make this video. I'm really passionate about this topic, and it's going to make all the difference for you if you actually dare to implement this. So let's dive right in. 2026 reality, we are deep in a recession, which just means everything gets more expensive, but the salaries of people aren't rising. It's because the war in Iran and a bunch of other different factors, which just means people have to think twice, 3 times before they can pull the trigger on your coaching. And we have a trust decay, means nothing else than a lot of bad players in the coaching market. Every single day, people get scammed because it's like people who don't know that much about coaching, or athletes just like know I'm a coach, and that's why it gets more difficult for everybody, because the more people get scammed, the better of reputation the market gets. And at the same time, after somebody is burned, it's really difficult to sell them something again. That's why we have a huge trust decay, and this also makes it harder for you as a coach. And then we have commoditization, which means nothing else than a lot of new people are entering the market every single day. And being a coach in 2026 is like one of the biggest commodities you can imagine, because it's just like go through Instagram, it's absolute craziness. So what does this mean for you? You have to set yourself apart, and you need to do something different than the crowd, because doing the same like the crowd is doing, then you can only get the same results like the crowd is getting. And the average coach right now is frustrated, burnt out, and struggling, and close to burnout mentally, because all these factors are happening. And that is actually where Scott has been before we partnered up. So what you need now, and what we implement with Bulletproof to fix that, is offer layers. Offer layers means nothing else that instead of only having one offer, which you have right now with your coaching, that's like the middle of the pyramid, you also have a low ticket front end. It's really easy to get people into that, and also a super high ticket back end for people who have the most money. And if you implement this correctly, you can actually triple your business, because around 1/3 of your revenue lies in coaching. That's what you already got. And then you have 1/3 in revenue in super high ticket and 1/3 in low ticket. But it's even, if you do it right, it's even more than that, because you also have compound in of itself in here, because if you have more people low ticket, it's very easy to sell them with the coaching. But don't claim too much with the widgets, just put a 3x there. So let me walk you through how all these stages work. So low ticket front end means nothing else than of having a paywall in the front end and telling people that they need to pay right up front. You have a free trial, pretty simple 7-day free trial where people get a free training plan, because this enables you to counter all these. You have a really unique offer, and it's also really easy to get somebody in there even if they don't trust you that much, because they can try it for free. From there it goes to Skool membership with 99 a month. If they like it, around 50% of people convert into this membership, and then they get the training plans, the tools and community all in one as a do-it-yourself solution. So in here, if we look at that, that's nothing with a coach. This is like pure DIY. And then from there, what you get is a recurring subscription of these 99 a month clients. You don't have to do anything extra, they just have to set up the community once, and then that's how you form the low ticket layer down here. And then obviously, as I said, you can also send people from here into your coaching. That's why it gets way easier to also get more clients here. It's a win-win. Then you got coaching clients, and from there, what we do, we have our super high ticket backend, which means nothing else. Now that you have different tiers, you have a base that means you are a club owner. You have the coaching, other coaches actually fulfilling that, so you are not involved in the coaching. You just like let some other coach do this for you, pay them a fraction of what the client pays you, and now there will always be people who have the most money who want access to you, and that's where the Creator 101 comes in. And through having this ecosystem, you can get way higher. So what we charge is 5K for 3 months. That's around the way that's working best for us, and that's also the rate the most high ticket clients are easily willing to pay. And through this filtering mechanism with having these tiers, you can also pull this off. And then what we have on top, what's really working awesome for us right now, is in person, in real life events. So for us, it's cycling adventures in Mallorca. There we just sell tickets to the community. And most of the buyers come out of the coaching layer, and also out of the VIP layer, but also like some base members buy that. And we just clarify this as well as a VIP experience, and there we charge 3K for a ticket. And the cool thing about that is that people who buy the events, you can also send them the 101. You can also send them into coaching if they don't have coaching already. And it makes a really solid ecosystem in itself. And The caveat on top of it is that everyone has to pay the base membership. So we treat this entire model like a gym. So if you would walk into a gym and let's say you sign up for the gym, you pay 99 a month, then what you also have to pay on top is so if you sign up for the base in the gym, then you pay like 99 a month, and then if you want coaching, you pay the trainer or the one-on-one coaching rate on top, and that's exactly how Bulletproof is structured as well. So let's say you come in the base membership, and then you want coaching, then you pay out the coaching rate on top, but you still pay the 99 or the annual rate. It's a little cheaper here for the club, just for access and membership. And this compounds in of itself because the people who pay the most won't bother, and the rest has an option to get this information for a really affordable rate. And that's the entire ecosystem that basically taken us with Bulletproof from under 10k a month to over 100k a month. And if you just implement this accordingly, let's say you only have coaching right now, first month you spend on getting the low ticket front end in place, and then second month you spend on implementing the creator one-on-one, third month you launch an event, then you 3x'd your business in 90 days. Enjoy.